Hey guys, so I am here today to give y'all a little inside of some meal prep going on. And actually, I don't do a lot of meal prepping for actual dinners, but I do a lot of meal prep for breakfast, snacks, and lunches, and like condiments and things like that we make. So some of the kids are playing the Wii with Daddy, some are just playing, and one is helping me, right? My good helper. So she is starting us some boiled eggs, and I've got lots of very, very ripe bananas that we got to figure something out to do with. So just gonna give y'all a little glimpse. Sometimes food can be really overwhelming, and I feel like everyone's always hungry. I know that I can't be the only one who have kids that say, I'm hungry, I'm hungry, I'm hungry, right?
Yeah.
All the time. So this is just like, let's just demystify this whole illusion of it being like perfect around here, and let's see that it's actually doable. Like, we can do this together. Let's meal prep, let's get some stuff done. And here's my very non-professional way. This is the things I want to make real quick, and gonna see how long it takes. It is about 4 o'clock, so I'm hoping to be done pretty quickly. That way I can go ahead and make dinner. So we shall get started. Isabella put some eggs in the pot. We'll fill those up to boil, and then I'm actually gonna use that same pot to boil my tomatillos for the creamy avocado dip. That way I don't eat one pot, but I do two things. So I like things like that for sure. Right, so I'm gonna make some really, really simple fruit dip. My kids love apples and grapes and really a lot of fruit, but you know, to fill them up for more than 5 seconds, I like to add some kind of protein. So sometimes it's like apples and peanut butter, but this fruit dip is super delicious, and it's very easy to make. It comes together in like, I don't know, 3 minutes. You can time me. I like to put some cinnamon in there. No! I'm out of cinnamon. I'll have to go look. I'm pretty sure I have cinnamon somewhere else. It's just those 4 things. It's the Greek yogurt, it's nut butter, cinnamon, and honey. And you mix it all up and you put it in the fridge, and it's such a delicious, delicious snack. Just dip any kind of fruit in there, and it adds that extra healthy fat and that protein and makes them full a little bit longer. Yeah, let's leave it to the backup spices. Got me some cinnamon in a bag. I bought the shaker. I literally only bought this 1 jar of cinnamon so that I can have the shaker, because on some things like cinnamon toast or something, it's nice to have the shake instead of just the scoop. And then just adding some good old organic almond butter. There's nothing but almond butter in that. Yum, yum, yum. Okay, and honey. I need honey. You could use maple syrup as well if you wanted. Or, you know what I haven't found in forever? Costco had it for a while, and it was so good. I'm so sad that it's gone. Was coconut nectar. So I love coconut sugar, like the granulated kind, but they had it in a liquid form, and it was my favorite. And then that stinking asterisk, the one I was telling y'all about in the last Costco haul, and I knew, oh no, they're not gonna have this for a while. And I bought like 4 of them, but that was like 3 years ago, and it never came back. Usually things with asterisks at least come back after a while, but I haven't seen it again. If you see the coconut nectar at Costco, please let me know, because I love that stuff. Okay, and that is what it looks like. It's really good and really easy. There it is. Look at that creamy goodness. Want to dip an apple in it. All right, Isabella has got our tomatillos, the little papers taken off of them, and got them rinsed. So when the eggs are done, I will just take the eggs out, and then I will put the tomatillos in so they can get ready for the creamy avocado dip. Ooh. All right, so here my eggs are boiling, and the easiest way, I've told y'all before, but the easiest way I can manage to not overcook them is once they're boiling, I just put the lid on them and I turn it automatically off. And then I do set a timer for about 8 minutes, but if I forget, they won't go completely over hard boiled, but we do like them on the softer side. So there we go. And Isabella is peeling some bananas. We're gonna make some breakfast cookies. All right, I'm gonna make some quick mayonnaise. This is one of my favorite things to do. Leah's really excited about it because it's super easy. I'm kind of doing a double recipe, so I'm gonna put 2 eggs in there, but you can just do it with 1 egg. And then I need 2 2 teaspoons of lemon, or today I'm using lime, and I think that that'll work just fine. It's the coolest thing to watch because the, I don't know, the way that it emulsifies is just super cool. I need about half a teaspoon of salt, and I'll need 2 teaspoons of lemon or lime juice, 1 and 2. And then I'll need a full teaspoon of Dijon mustard. Don't ask me why it's Dijon and not regular mustard. I don't know. Just it always works, so I'm afraid to switch it up. If I run out of Dijon mustard, I might try it with regular, but we shall see. And then I'm going to put my oil in. You can use avocado oil. You can use grapeseed oil. I would not use olive oil because it has a much stronger flavor and it's not gonna taste very good. This is only half a cup, which is kind of annoying. I can't always find my measures, but I'm gonna put 2 cups of oil in here because again, I'm doubling the recipe. I started off just doing 1 cup at a time, but we just went through it too fast. But if you don't use mayonnaise a lot, you can definitely just do 1 cup because it keeps for about 2 weeks. So as you can see, the layers in there, and then we're just gonna blend it up with an immersion blender, and it's super cool to watch. Here we go. Here goes the magic. All right, you do wanna make sure your immersion blender covers your egg yolks. You can see kind of in the pocket. And then you just put it on, and it magically makes mayonnaise. What? It is literally that simple. We're done.
Try some.
All right, a real-time update. It has been like 18 minutes. We have the mayonnaise done, we have the fruit dip done. The timer is for the eggs, which are now done, and here they're cooling so they don't cook anymore. And in goes the tomatillos, and over to the side, Isabella is working on the breakfast cookies. All right, here's the breakfast cookies. We just wanna make sure all of those oats are wet, Isabella. Make sure they're all down. All it is 3 bananas, about a cup of applesauce, and I think it's roughly 3 cups of oatmeal. We're gonna throw in chocolate chips, cranberries, and that's it. There's not baking powder, baking soda, any of that. It's just those very simple ingredients. I think we added cinnamon too. They cook like baked oatmeal, so it's not quite the same as a regular cookie consistency, but when my kids are saying that they get cookies for breakfast, like that's a win-win. All right, now I'm about to make some chia seed pudding. The reason I really like this is because number one, obviously chia seeds are really healthy for you, but also we've got some dairy-free people in the house. So sometimes when we do yogurt, then I serve chia pudding as the alternative, or sometimes we just eat it as a snack. It's really good with strawberries and like a drizzle of peanut butter on top. But let me just show y'all, it's like the easiest thing to make. All right, I have my dairy-free milk in here, and I love the Vitamix because it has measurements on the side. So one less thing for me to wash. It's 2.5 cups of the non-dairy milk. It is half a cup of chia. It is half a cup of cocoa powder if you want it to be chocolate. I actually made a key lime pudding the other day, and that was stinking delicious. I'm also gonna add some cinnamon in this, and some pure maple syrup. I don't measure this very much. Usually it's like half a cup. We'll try that right there. And then I'm also gonna add in a little bit of the almond butter just for extra protein, but it's probably only about a tablespoon or 2. And that is all that goes in it. It's a very, very easy. All right, I do want to show you all the consistency of the chia pudding because at first it's gonna look really runny. That's fine. The chia needs time in the refrigerator to like kind of get gelatized or whatever. But when it's done, I promise it will be the pudding consistency. But there you go, it's going in the fridge. How's it taste?
Good.
Literally just soap and water cleans the Vitamix. It's awesome. And my tomatillos are ready to make the green sauce. No. Food prep catastrophe. All right, so I recently learned something about the Vitamix, and I'm gonna test it out today. And it'll save me some time. It is, you're supposed to be able to throw the whole garlic clove in there with that little peel and everything. It's supposed to blend it up. like it's not even there. So I'm gonna test that out today. So in they go. All right, the dip is done and the cookies are ready to go in the oven at 400, I don't know, for like 20, 25 minutes. In they go. I think I may have a problem. I think I overfilled it. These Snap Lock containers are amazing. And they're from Costco. Oh no, it's gonna squish out. No. All right, let's see how we did. Okay, it has been exactly an hour. It is 5 o'clock and I think I got everything done except for I was gonna make chicken broth, and a very sad thing happened is that 2 of my whole chicken bones went bad in the fridge. You should definitely keep them in the freezer. But have you ever had like those moments where you're like, no, I'm gonna do it. Like I'm gonna do it tomorrow, or I'm going to cook that. I don't need to put it in the freezer. And then you get around to cooking it, and then it went bad, and you have to throw it away. So sad day. But I've got the creamy avocado dip, the fruit dip, the boiled eggs, chia pudding, mayonnaise, and some cold brew coffee that'll be ready tomorrow. So I'm actually gonna get started on dinner now here at 5 o'clock, and hopefully that won't take too long. All right, so for dinner, I'm just gonna cook up some of these chicken patties. If y'all saw my latest Costco haul, you saw these are only like 78 cents a patty. And I am going to make my own marinara sauce over here because I get a massive jar for like $2.50 at Costco, and then just make it myself, and I can use it a couple times. But also, I'm gonna try something new because the oven is already really hot because the cookies are almost done. And I had a great friend, Wendy, actually, if you're watching, she was telling me the other day that you can roast frozen vegetables, which I've never done. So I'm gonna try that out today and see how it goes. That's why it's better to live life with others. And honestly, that's one of the reasons I just like sharing these videos with you guys. Hopefully you can learn something from me, and I would love to learn something from y'all. So if you have like hacks in the kitchen, like things to make things go faster, I don't like doing dishes, so any way to like multi-use pots and pans is wonderful. But also, I'm really sad because I cut open this massive bag, and after I cut it, I realized it has a zip. It has a resealable pouch. So there's my face when I realized I cut open a bag that you could close. Boo. All right, now dinner is cooking, and I've got MAYO over here helping me mix up some tuna salad. Got our homemade mayo. We also mashed up some avocado. I like to put shredded carrot, but I haven't done that yet. So she chopped up our egg, and our pasta's boiling. Super simple. Just got the baked or got the roasted vegetables and the chicken patties smothered in the tomato sauce, and I'll add cheese and put it over the pasta, and that'll be dinner. I also have some extra marinara sauce for later, so that's always good. And the cookies are about to go on a cooling rack so they can go in the fridge. And this was an unplanned food prep. Little Aaliyah bit into like 2 or 3 apples, so I just decided to chop them all up. My kids really love cinnamon sugar apples. My mom used to do this all growing up, and it's just such a delicious thing, and it really reminds me of my childhood. So I just squeeze some lime on it so that they don't brown too quickly, put some cinnamon and sugar, and I'm just gonna shake up the whole container. There you go. All right, it is now 6 o'clock. Dinner's going on the table. I managed to feed my sourdough, get Guillermo some of his overnight oatmeals ready in the fridge, and I think we're done for today. Thanks for joining us on our little mini food prep adventure. 2 hours in the kitchen, dinner on the table, and lots of stuff in the fridge. So y'all have a good week.